Me. Hi Ivo. You were saying in our video the other day that to get on a timeline to 5D you have to know about the Matrix and be extracting yourself from it and be aware of yourself as a light worker. You mentioned the term galactic human and I have some understanding of what that is, but I'd like you to explain to us more about what a galactic human is, and presumably they live in 5D? Ivo, my dear, thank you. There is much to say about galactic humans. I am one. I live at the moment in higher fourth dimension, so it does not have to be the fifth dimension by the definition. Me. So what's the basic definition of a galactic human? Ivo, a galactic human is a human being that has access to higher consciousness and relates to other beings of the galaxy. The galactic human lives by universal law. Me. Okay, so can you explain by doing a comparison of a galactic human versus us, humans on Earth? Ivo, I will. That way your people can understand what they need to do in order to become a galactic human. Many are on the path, but there are many steps that must be taken to do this. I will explain them in terms of steps away from something and steps towards something. Changing our lifestyles. What you need to be stepping away from is the world you live in. This, of course, is difficult for many as they have unaware people who they relate to, and there must always be a basis, a foundation for relating to each other. Some commonality. As you are hearing, many relationships have broken up or are breaking up because there is no commonality anymore. Me. Yes, I've heard that. It's sad. Ivo, this happens because the partners, or family members, or friends, are on different timelines. Those who are more aware are on timelines going to upper fourth dimension or fifth dimensional timelines. Those who are not, are on lower and middle fourth dimensional timelines. Your neighbors are on lower 4D timelines, my dear. Therefore you refuse to have anything to do with them. What they consider to be a high standard of living and relating to each other you consider to be treachery. Me. Yes, I do. Ivo, your body is as reactive to them as your mind. You cannot tolerate their smoking. When you are around cigarette smoke, you begin to cough. Years ago, you lived with a smoker and it did not bother you. Now you are near it and you physically react. Your body cannot tolerate this toxic, low vibrational habit. I would be upset to see you take a drink at this stage in the game, my dear. Me. Hell, no. Sober 18 years. Thank you very much. I could never drink anyway. Ivo, no, it affected you back then. Now it would be a travesty to watch you imbibe. Me. Well, don't worry. So you're saying here that we physically have to move away from the certain things, like GMOs, toxic substances, alcohol, dairy, gluten, chemicals. Ivo, yes, go natural in your use of agents and chemicals in your homes and bodies. Eat clean food. Of course, all these foods are changed to keep you in lower vibrational states. It is just with the light workers who are ascending, they cannot tolerate these things. You cannot. They make you ill. Yes, and you must give up yeast as well. Your delicious bread makes you hiccup. Anything your body cannot tolerate, is basically a poison to it. Me. Wow. Ivo, many light workers are seeking the open spaces of the country. You are. There is also an intolerance of the negativity of your societies as your vibrations increase. Being around people who are entranced by negative lifestyles where worry, fret, anxiety and depression, anger and sadness abound, are not the vibrational states you can live around anymore. Back in the 60s when you were younger you could tolerate it better, but now there is no ability to do this anymore. You refuse to see some family members because they are of lower vibration and you cannot watch them interact without feeling upset. Me. Yup. Ivo, to go to a big city would be fun for a short trip, but the busyness and the hurried pace, as well as the noise and the pollution from the automobiles would be overwhelming for the sensitive. You will see life in 5D will have none of these things as it progresses. Initially, yes. But there will be change. Me. Okay, so a physical and vibrational intolerance to basically lower 4D or what was 3D Earth? Ivo, yes. Many will have other experiences other than coughing and hiccuping, however they are valid reactions to things they cannot tolerate anymore. The other thing you cannot tolerate is people of lower frequency. Those who are toxic, out to hurt and create disarray. Do not tolerate them. They have their place. They have their own timelines. They are not in place in your world anymore as the splitting and ascending is underway. But do not be angry, send them love. Me, splitting of timelines? Ivo, yes, my dear, new worlds are being birthed. Me, exciting. Ivo, it is, but there are many realities where they are still largely negative. Me, okay, so Ivo, in 3D Earth we have people who were nice alongside people who were nasty. Will that still be the case? Ivo, no, my dear. Nasty will live with nasty and nice will live with nice now. Nasty will learn from other nasty people. Me, boy. That's going to be interesting. Ivo, it will be a completely different dynamic. There will be more growth, however. Me, really? That's a faster way out of that pit? Ivo, yes. In some timelines. Me, glad I'm not there anymore. Ivo, you see, with your father, he tolerated your mother's anger at him despite the fact that he was attempting to change for the better. Which he did as he got older. He could have done any number of things to pay your mother's nasty comments back, but he did not. Me, probably learned about karma. Ivo, so you see, people do wake up in negative environments. Me, okay, so what else are we moving away from? There are physical things we have to give up, and we won't be able to tolerate a lot of negativity anymore. Some never could. We won't be able to tolerate toxins like before. Ivo, smiling, there will be less tolerance of lies. You see that now as people react to your political shenanigans. Me, they always were pissed off with politics. Ivo, not always, my dear. Look at Hitler's World War II scenario. Some were awake. Many tolerated, even embraced him. Me, the other countries didn't. Ivo, they embraced their politicians. There was not the dissent that you see now in your world towards politicians. Even in Canada. Me, oh I see. Then when we are fully awake we know a liar when they lie and we just tell them to tell the truth? Ivo, lying will not be paid off as it has been on your earth. People will be wise to lies and will not tolerate like they do on your planet now. So there will be no payoff for lying. Me, interesting. Ivo, so of course, my dear, to get to a system where lying is not tolerated, it is best to stop lying now. Do you see where I am headed with this? If you still lie, it will hold you back. Me, sure. On our Earth people get away with lying. At a galactic level, lying isn't tolerated and it's probably an infraction of galactic law.